Amazing, amazing. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a blessed day. The sun is shining, God is good, and we all look fantastic. And also, welcome to our 2026 Bronx Week Kickoff and Press Conference. Yes. My name is Summer Rose Castillo. I'm going to be your host today, and I just want to tell you that I am an artist. I'm also a voice actor. I am the voice of Alma in the PBS Kids show Alma's Way, if you want to go check it out. Oh, thank you, thank you. And I would just like to share that I was nominated for my very first Emmy Award. Oh, thank you, thank you. But the most important part is that I'm a Bronx girly, and the fact that I get to represent the Bronx is so important because, let's face it, the Bronx creates the best artists. Absolutely. We are so excited to have you here as we celebrate the incredible people and institutions that continue to shape the story of the Bronx. Thank you so much for joining us for this special moment of recognition, community, and pride. I also just want to shout out the young students that are here. Thank you so much for coming. We're so excited to have you here today, and also the staff and the production. Your work here is amazing. And now, I have the very special privilege of introducing our very first speaker. Guys, I just want to say, she's like a titi to me, okay? She fills me with love, inspiration, the best hugs, and also the best prayers, and I appreciate that so much. Her work continues to uplift families, culture, and storytelling across our borough. Please join me in welcoming the one, the only Sulma Artsu Brown, Director of Storyland.
All right. So, wow. Welcome to Storylands, everyone. Welcome to Storylands, right? So Storylands is the very first children's book lounge in the United States, headquartered right here in the BX, baby. Okay? Our vision is to see children grow loving to read one dope book at a time. Can everybody say one dope book at a time?
One dope book at a time.
We are not a bookstore. We do not sell books. We are not a library. There's no book exchange. You take a book and you return it. No. Every time a child comes to Storyland, they get to walk away with one complimentary book. In our community, in our verbiage here in Storyland, we never say the word free book. In our community, oftentimes, free implies cheap quality. There is nothing cheap about the hearts that gift the books. There is nothing cheap about our stories coming alive within the books and our kids seeing themselves reflected. And there's nothing cheap and low quality about the recipients of the book, right? I am so grateful that the Bronx Borough President has chosen Storyland to be the press conference to host the 2026 The Bronx Leads Bronx Week, right? Michael Ivory had, and I had a conversation about what do you want to get out of today, right? We also ask every child that comes in here, what inspires you about today? And I hope and pray that what inspires you about today is the grace of God when it comes to the Bronx, the love of God when it comes to the Bronx, the mercy and forgiveness of God when it comes to the Bronx. And one thing I realized was that we will always be one community. There cannot ever be anyone or anything to divide us, and we cannot allow it. We have prayed with our team for each and every one of you here to be protected, to be cared for, and that when you're in here, that you find a peace that surpasses all understanding. But this was never done alone. It was never intended to be done alone. I'm so grateful to Janet Jimenez, who come on, Janet, no. Tiene que venir. Joy, I want you to come. I want people to know you, and this is why. You see, this mural actually tells the story of everyone who contributed to the initial start by providing the space through Bronx Terminal Market, by providing the carpets, by providing the lighting, the seats, the furniture, even the books. So later on, I'll walk you through the story. Michael, do I have time to say it real quick? Okay. So it starts with Janet on the mural over here. So once upon a time, there was a little girl named Janet, and she lived in Colombia. She had no idea that when she flew to a faraway land called the Bronx, her dream was about to come true. And that dream was to have a place where kids can come and read. She had no idea that she would meet Joy, she's the redheaded one, on the mural, and that she would meet Sulma. And tomorrow, and together they would put their hearts and minds and pray. Many of them prayed, especially Sulma. It is just her thing. After that prayer, all of a sudden, we had Peter come with bookshelves. We had Michael Hagan from Scholastic come with books. We had Gary. Gary's over here. We had Gary, who now sits on our board, say, I have an incredible big warehouse full of furniture. He called my husband and said, do you know where we can donate this furniture? As a matter of fact, I do, said Maurice Brown, the man I married. So he called my mom, Blanca Arzu, who is over here. She's Blanca. And my mom loved telling my dad what to do, so she called my dad. And my dad believes in delegating. He called Oscar, and Oscar was tasked to pick up all the beautiful furniture. So now the girls have furniture. Oscar had no idea what the place would be called. So my daughter Bella said, let's call it Storyland, the Bronx Book Haven, because kids will come to a place called Storyland, and parents will bring them because it says Book Haven. It sounds peaceful, Mommy, and I know how much you like peace. And now the girls have furniture. Juan from Colombia developed the logo. Our guy, Matt, who literally put the beams on this mall, I happened to meet him in a coffee shop and said, I will donate all the metal signs. We painted them blue. Misha Porter said, Suma, I need somebody for you to meet. I met Stephanie Ariola from District 7. And with Stephanie, who now sits on the board, we've been able to see over 2,000 beautiful kids come through this door. When Bella saw the mural, she said, wait a minute, why isn't my sister on the wall? Because we don't separate families in this family. So she said, please put my sister Suleni on the wall. And that's how she got on the mural. And she will be graduating from Howard University with a degree in international business on May. So every time you come to Storyland, now together we have one shared vision, guys. And that vision is to see children grow, loving to read one dope book at a time. I don't do this alone. I have my incredible staff, Leah, Mahani here, Annabelle, Bernadette, Danielle Jones. Danielle, you're full from the comptroller's office. They were comptroller's office, also volunteering to make all this happen. But again, thank you, Julius. It's great to be reconnected. Thank you, BXCDC. Thank you, Bronx Borough President. You have always been my sister, my hermana, and I'm so grateful, again, that you have chosen us. Thank you. All right. You'll meet the rest of my team. Colleen is here from L. Blake's Partners and Link.
Wow. See how amazing and powerful stories can be? How beautiful. One more round of applause for Sulma Arzu Brown. Thank you so much, Sulma. And now I'm honored to introduce a champion for Bronx growth and innovation. Please welcome Winston Peters, President of the Bronx Economic Development Corporation.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here and welcome you all to the kickoff of Bronx Week 2026, our annual celebration of everything that makes the Bronx vibrant, resilient, and full of opportunity. Bronx Week is more than a series of events. It's a reflection of our borough's culture, our businesses, and most importantly, our people. From the Bronx Walk of Fame, which you'll hear more about today, to community festivals, to the BX Factor highlighting Bronx entrepreneurs and small businesses, to the Bronx Ball. Bronx Week will highlight the energy and the excellence that defines the Bronx. At the Bronx Economic Development Corporation and the Bronx Tourism Council, we are proud to support initiatives that drive tourism, uplifts local businesses, and creates meaningful experiences for residents and visitors alike. And Bronx Week does exactly that. Brings people together while showcasing the best the borough has to offer. I'd like to thank the BXEDC team, the Bronx Tourism Council team for their hard work and dedication for another Bronx Week. I'd also like to thank the Borough President's Office for all the hard work they've done as well, in making another Bronx Week another success. We invite everyone to join during Bronx Week as we celebrate the Bronx, because the Bronx doesn't just participate, the Bronx leads. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Winston. How is everyone feeling? We could do that better. How is everyone feeling right now? Amazing. I'm feeling fantastic. Up next, we have a leader who showcases Bronx culture, creativity, and community to the world. Please join me in welcoming Julius Drake, Director of Development, the Bronx Tourism Council.
Give it up for our celebrity MC. We have a celebrity MC in the house. Oh my God, just looking up here, from here, looking down there, you all look so beautiful. This is a great, give yourself a round of applause, each and every one of you. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. As we gather to celebrate the very best of the borough, we want to extend our sincere gratitude to all our sponsors and partners. Your support has been instrumental in making Bronx Week a remarkable success. We also want to thank everyone who has joined us today for the kicking off this special celebration. Your presence truly reflects the energy and pride of our community. As the Bronx continue to lead, I'd like to take a moment to recognize some of our valued sponsors and partners. Our signature sponsor, Verizon and Santander Bank. Our diamond sponsors, Montefiore and Einstein. Our platinum sponsors, Bronx Care Health System, the New York Yankees. Please give it up for a big round of applause for our main sponsors. And of course, to our gold sponsors, Bally's Golf Link, Simone's Development Companies, AT&T, MetroPlus Health, Cricket Wireless, Amazon, 8 Regiment Partners, Bodegas and Bocopa Enterprise Incorporation, Food Bazaar, and to our silver sponsors, Punse Bank, NYBG, Bronx Zoo, Bronx Chamber of Commerce, ACOM Tishman, Valleys ARG, American Legion, United Federation of Teachers. And to our bronze sponsors, Lincoln Hospital, Fulton Fish Market Cooperative, Affinity by Melina, Bronx Community College, and Orange Trust Bank. And of course, we're not going to leave out our community partners. We appreciate you so much. Ridgewood Savings Bank, Emblem Health, Center for Educational Innovation, RAIN, TD Bank, Orange, New York Power Authority, Waste Management, Regal, MTA, Madison Square Boys and Girls Club, American Cancer Society, Centerlight Health System, and United Bodegas America, and Lahadel Afutura. And our Bronx Week partners, Storyland, the Bronx Brookhaven, Havana Cafe, E218 Events Management, Pergonos Theater, Bronx Design Group, Bronx Terminal Market, Lift, and Sober Garden. And of course, our official Bronx Week media partners, Bronxnet, News 12, The Bronx, ABC 7, Pix 11, Bronx Time, and 1010 Wins. Remember to visit our website, ilovethebronx.com, for a list of all Bronx events. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you so much, Julius. Now it is my great honor to introduce the 14th Bronx Borough President, a tireless advocate for our borough, and an unwavering supporter of today's honorees. And before we bring her up, I just want to say thank you so much for fighting and advocating for Preston High School. And
Yes.
your hard work is absolutely amazing, and because of it, this fall I'm able to become a Preston Panther myself.
Bronxnet, let it rock.
Come on, everybody, put your hands up for the borough president. Everybody, put your hands up. Let's go.
Woo! I love this energy. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Buenos tardes a todos. Bienvenidos. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me welcome you to Storyland, the Bronx's very own book haven right here in the South Bronx. I am so excited on this beautiful Monday morning. You could be anywhere, but you are here with all of us as we officially kick off the 2026 Bronx Week celebration. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for recognizing the importance of celebrating this beautiful borough that we call the Boogie Down Bronx. Our message this year is the Bronx leads. And I want all of you to know that we are committed, dedicated, driven, determined. We are intentional about making sure that our borough leads in all things good. That is particularly why we decided to host this official press conference for Bronx Week and the kickoff here at Storyland, because this is the story of the Bronx, right? It is one of resilience, of strength, of being knocked down, but getting back up and realizing that our strength lies in who we are, realizing that every setback has been a preparation for a comeback. And the story of the Bronx is one of survival, but it's one of love and partnership and coming together, because we have so much in common and we choose to focus on what brings us together and not what can divide us, right? So I want to say thank you to Zulma Arzu Brown, mi hermana, mi amiga, my friend, my sister. I'm going to talk about Zulma in just 1 second, but I want all of you to help me celebrate this incredible, talented, creative, fearless young lady from the Bronx, our very own MC for the hour, Summer Rose Castillo. So you already heard Summer's bio, but she has not only served as our MC for today. We've honored her previously because she's an amazing young woman filled with talent, Emmy Award nominated. I'm so proud to say that. Voiceover in Alma's way. She is an actress from the Bronx, and no matter where she goes, she represents the Bronx. And she is doing incredible work here in our borough to represent young ladies, Latinas, representing the Bronx, the current and the next generation. Because we often say our youth are the next generation, they are this generation too. Let's be very clear that we have leaders right now. So I want to say thank you, Summer. You are awesome. Of course, I can't celebrate you without celebrating your beautiful family. So I want to give a shout out to Mom, April Castillo, a great actress herself, a survivor, a motivational speaker. She and I have sat on panels together talking about women of color in these positions, creating legacy and spaces for others to follow us. I want to acknowledge your dad, Zalo. We love you. God bless you as well. And I have to acknowledge her little sister because she's got her own star power. Lila Isabella, we love you. To the entire family, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, Sulma Alsu Brown and the entire team here at Storyland, thank you for opening the doors for us today. Thank you for agreeing to host us. And as we say, the Bronx leads, Storyland is leading. And we are standing in legacy with the first children's book lounge in the Bronx, in the city, and in the country. And when you understand that we often don't get credit for making history like that, we have to tell the story of Storyland. We have to spread this information across the borough about what Storyland is about. One dope book at a time. And I love that because we have to get back to the basics, and learning includes books. Yes, we embrace technology. Yes, we address the digital divide. Yes, we fund a lot of schools with Chrome notebooks, laptops, learning labs, but we always have to make sure books are a part of the conversation. And so I want to say thank you to Storyland for your work, for your leadership, for all that you are doing. And when you look at the book for Bronx Week, just want to bring everyone's attention to the calendar, amen, Inglés y Español. Make sure you check out the event that Storyland is doing in partnership with CEI, who is here today. And I want to say thank you to CEI for bringing a great partner. We're going to be reading books to our children next month during Bronx Week. So as we talk about leading the way in how we engage youth, how we create safe spaces for them to learn and grow, being here, I also acknowledge amazing students that we have. Shout out to School District 7 here in the South Bronx, Superintendent Dr. Roberto Padilla, Principal Eric Lincoln, and the phenomenal students of the High School of Finance and Technology Lab School. Make some noise, District 7. Thank you, Finance and Technology Lab School, for being here. We appreciate always having young people in the crowd. You remind me of my purpose every day. And besides making me feel younger, I just want to have young people around, right? Because it reminds me that all hope is never lost, that young people are destined for great success. And we're going to lift them up and empower them through programs like Storyland. I express my gratitude and appreciation to all of our partners and sponsors that have been acknowledged. Thank you for helping to make this press conference a success and what will be a successful Bronx Week 2026. Thank you to BXEDC, to the Bronx Tourism Council, to BICNY, the Business Initiative Corporation of New York, Montefiore Einstein, Bronxnet Television, who is live streaming today. Thank you, Bronxnet. We love you. And everyone who is here committed and driven about making Bronx Week 2026 a great success. I acknowledge my team, Team Gibson. Please raise your hand. There are a lot of us in the crowd today. Thank you to Team Gibson. I acknowledge our Chief of Staff, Justin Cortez. Thank you, Justin. Michael Ivory, our comms director, and everyone on the team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to acknowledge elected officials and partners who are here with us today. We just had our Bronx District Attorney, Darcel Clark. Make some noise for her. Our New York City Council member of District 17, Justin Sanchez, is here with us. Gina Williams, representing Public Advocate Jamani Williams. The Office of New York City Councilmember Kevin C. Riley. Councilmember Kevin Riley. Councilmember Kevin C. Riley. I want to acknowledge Jay Medina, Executive Director of the Southern Boulevard Business Improvement District. Dr. Danielle Jones, representing our New York State Comptroller, Tom DiNapoli's office. And our very own Bronx Borough historian, Angel Hernandez. District Manager for Bronx Community Board 4, Leonardo Coelho. Michael Torres, our Deputy Director of the 161st Street Business Improvement District. And there will be more we will acknowledge, but guess what? Everyone, you're all important. So make a round of applause for yourselves. Thank you. Sorry. Denise, I see you, Denise Rosario from the Bronx Children's Museum, our Executive Director. Good to see you today. Our President and CEO of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, Lisa Soren. She has so many titles, but she's my friend, former New York City Public Schools Chancellor, Dr. Misha Porter. And thank you to Michael and the team at CEI. And so let me keep on because then I'll acknowledge everybody. I'm sorry. I'm going to leave that for Summer Rose. Summer Rose got it. She got it. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here today because Bronx Week is a time for us to celebrate. It's a time for us to highlight the incredible diversity that we represent in this county. The cultural institutions, the colleges, the universities, our CBOs, our small businesses, our restaurants, entrepreneurs, educators, teachers, our veterans, everyone that is a part of helping to shape this great borough. The fabric of our borough is the people that live and work and raise their families in this county. And Bronx Week is a chance to shine. Now let me say, we already shine, folks, but Bronx Week is a chance to further shine when it comes to recognizing our children, youth, older adults, veterans, and so many of our parents and entertainers and youth and healthcare professionals, volunteers, and everyone who contributes to making this borough a premier destination to live, work, and visit. Bronx Week is a reflection of all of you. You make this borough a great place to live and work, and you remind us of the spirit of the Bronx. Bronx energy, big Bronx energy, Bronx swag, and Bronx strength. From Friday, May 1st through Sunday, May 17th. Yes, folks, that's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks. We are hosting a series of community events, programming all over the Bronx. And one part about this year that's a little different is that it has expanded across the borough. So the reach is even greater, folks, because we were intentional with reactivating Bronx Week to say, how can we touch more people? 50 years plus of Bronx Week. Started out as Bronx Day, then Bronx Week. Now, 2 weeks, right? And as we keep growing, we're going to continue to highlight the people that make this borough what it is today. We are going to pay homage to Skate Key, y'all, with a skate party. How many of us went to Skate Key? Allerton. I remember traveling. Yeah, I traveled from Brooklyn to Skate Key, and then we went to 138th Street. That's going to be at Bronx River Houses. Thank you, Councilmember Justin Sanchez, his district. We are partnering with our soon-to-open Hip-Hop Museum. Shout out to Rocky Bucano, Executive Director of the Hip-Hop Museum. We got a hip-hop silent disco right across the street, right next to Mill Pond Park. We are bringing back the Bronx Week concert, the parade along Marshallou Parkway, and the Food and Arts Festival. We are excited to host the 2026 Bronx Walk of Fame induction ceremony to unveil this year's official inductees along our historic Grand Concourse. And then all of you will enjoy the Bronx's Ball on Saturday, May 16th, our annual black tie affair. We have so much planned, from celebrating veterans, our health and wellness fair. We have a soapbox derby, soapbox with our young students from District 11 on May 2nd and May 3rd. and 7. Okay, I'll get to it. Saturday, May 2nd is District 11 Soapbox Derby at PS 111, right, on Baychester, in partnership with Councilmember Kevin C. Riley. And then on Sunday, May 3rd, all of the districts are participating. But can I acknowledge, council members, all right? Last year's winners came from District 11 and District 7. Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Vadillo. Competition. Listen, we're all winners. Our kids are all winners. When you see this soapbox derby, you will be so impressed. I can't fit in none of them, but it looks great. It looks amazing. And it's such an impactful event. And so I really have to acknowledge again all of our partners, our elected officials. Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie was fantastic to work with. Councilmember Riley, Senator Bailey, Councilmember Stevens, so many elected officials that called. Our business improvement districts, super involved. So I want to say thank you again. Pedro Suarez is here, our executive director from the 149th Street, 3rd Avenue bid in the hub. Thank you. And Jay. As we look to everything during these 2 weeks of Bronx Week, it's important to remember what drives this celebration. The Bronx leads because our people are leading. Every neighborhood, every community, every block, every partner, every young person stepping into their purpose, you are the heartbeat of our borough. This week, these 2 weeks, is more than a celebration, but it's a reminder of who we are, the progress we've made, how we have built together, and the bright future that we continue to shape. Whether you are at a community event, you're at the Bronx Parade along Marshallou, the Dancing with Us at the concert, our Walk of Fame induction ceremony, I hope that you feel the Bronx pride, the Bronx energy, the Bronx swag, the Bronx love that we all have for each other. I am excited about Bronx Week 2026. I'm trying to get my energy up for 2 weeks, but most importantly, please take advantage of everything that we have in store. This booklet was put together with a labor of love. So I want to acknowledge and say thank you again to our president at BXCDC, Winston Peters, to our director of operations at Bronx Tourism Council, Julius Drake, to our president of the Business Initiative Corporation. Thank you, Rafael Raja, and all of the elected officials, all of my colleagues. Thank you to the staff for bringing this idea and all of these great dreams together. I am so excited for Bronx Week 2026, and if you ever forget the website, it is the easiest website ever, www.ilovethebronx.com. That's THE, the. ilovethebronx.com. But thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring back up our mistress of ceremonies, Miss Summer Rose Castillo, and say thank you, everyone. Bronx Week, Bronx Strong, Bronx Lead.
Bronx Week, how are you feeling, everyone? Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Madam Gibson, and congratulations once again to all of today's honorees and award recipients. Your impact strengthens the Bronx every single day. I want all of you to know that. And also for the students, your work and all of the dedication, it's going to pay off, I promise you. I just want to acknowledge a couple of people. Joy Novi from Related, Stephanie Ariola, Director of DC 7 Schools, Dr. Maisha Porter, CEI, Center of Educational Renovations, Michael Colliger, CEO of CET, Domingo Flores, GA Consulting, Mark Bosinski, 1010 Wins, Howard Clampman, Chair Bronx Community College, Rocky Bucano, CEO Hip Hop Museum, Rhonda James of TU E218, Kayla Arthur, author of Luna Loves the Bronx. All of you are amazing, and we love your work. I'd now like to invite back to the stage someone whose vision and leadership help make celebrations like this possible. Please welcome back Sulma Artsu Brown for our final closing remarks.
All right. I'm gonna come back again, guys. But can you give it up for Summer Rose, please? All right. We're all coming together. I see you, Bronx native. I see you. Can I get a Listen, we have Janet Denlinger here. Can we show her how we really do this in the Bronx? Can we get a All right. So I'm going to come back again, but right now I would love to bring up Marcos Crespo. Is he here? Yes. All right. From Montefiore, our partner. I think you're like, if you gold or platinum, something. All right. Here you go.
Thank you, Sulma. Is the Bronx in the house? I don't know. I know Queens and Brooklyn have been talking about Bronx Day in Albany. They're a little jealous. So let's let them hear us. Is the Bronx in the house? All right, that's better. So on behalf of Dr. Phil Oswa and the almost 40,000 associates that make up Montefiore Einstein, we are incredibly proud to be here as sponsors and supporters of Bronx Week. But more importantly, something that the borough president talked about really stuck. It's the intentionality of the work that we do. As a community-based organization, for us as an anchor institution, you know, for well over a century, Montefiore has been at the forefront of research and medical innovation right here in the borough of the Bronx. World-class research that has transformed the way we take care of people across the globe. And that happened here. So when Summer Rose talks about the Bronx being the cradle of innovators and we all celebrate hip-hop and all of the great things that have come from our borough, but understand that it's not limited to the arts. It's in all of the fields you could think of. We are represented. When you look at the Bronx Walk of Fame and the inductees and all of the different industries that they have impacted, and why have they done so? Because they carried with them that Bronx upbringing, that Bronx grit, that innovation and that intellect and that New Yorkness that makes us so special. And that has to be celebrated, not just for 1 week, apparently for 2. But let me go back to intentionality. Here we are at Storyland. And what's the one thing we always talk about as Bronxites? We talk about the fact that in the media sometimes we only get attention when something bad happens. We talk about the fact that if there is a youth-involved crime, we hear about it and we know the names of the victims. But why aren't we saying and doing enough media on Summer Rose's story and her Emmy nomination? Why are we not talking? And by the way, so the reason I bring this up, and you've heard this conversation before, is that here we are at Storyland. And my message to each and every one of you is that we all have to be storytellers in order to elevate the Bronx, because it's not an issue of numbers and data and opportunity. It's really an issue of storytelling. When we allow others to define what the Bronx is without them hearing from us first. And so what we all need to do as institutions and sponsors, we like to do this not only by putting our money where our mouth is and making sure that the resources are there, but more importantly, it's the work that happens every single day, whether it's at our hospital, at your schools, at your businesses. The people that we support are the stories that need to be told. And every single one of us in our day-to-day lives, not just during these 2 weeks, we get a chance to correct the story. When somebody says something on the Bronx that isn't true, correct them. Be a storyteller. Tell them about your life, your goals, your dreams, your innovation. Invite them to visit our cultural institutions, to walk with Angel throughout the Bronx and learn about the history, and to realize that so much of the world has been shaped by the people and stories of the Boogie Down Bronx. And so And so I don't know about you, but whenever Vanessa gets to tell the story of the Bronx, she covers every base. She makes sure she celebrates and acknowledges each and every person. But it is that kind of spirit. It is that kind of leadership. It is that kind of vision that will allow the Bronx to shine based on the way we tell that story, now how others try to define us. Thank you all. Happy Bronx Week.
Thank you, thank you. Another round of applause, everyone. And now I just want to bring back someone whose work is absolutely amazing. The woman, the myth, the legend, Madam Gibson, for the unveiling of the 2026 inductees.
The South Bronx, the South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South.
Thank you. Marcos, that was a great speech. I love it. Thank you, storyteller. One more round of applause for Senior Vice President of Montefiore Einstein, Marcos Crespo. I often say when he and I served in the New York State Assembly, he used to always look at my notes when we were speaking in conference. So I'd like to say you learned a lot from me, from my notes. Thank you. Yes, amen. We love taking credit. Amen. In addition, I also want to share that on the website, www.ilovethebronx.com, we have a rolling calendar of events happening all across the Bronx. So even after May 17th, the last day of Bronx Week, we are also activating other events happening through the month of May, as well as June. We're going to be sharing information that many of our partners here in the borough are hosting around FIFA and the World Cup. That is a very big deal when it comes to tourism. And what I want everyone to understand is we look at tourism both locally and regionally, right? Yes, we welcome visitors alike, whether it's for a Yankee game, it's NYCFC, they're going to the Botanical Garden, the Bronx Zoo, Wave Hill, Pregones Theater, the Children's Museum, the Bronx Museum of the Arts, the Bronx River Arts Center, anywhere across the borough, right? But we also want them to shop and eat local, okay? And we also want our own residents to take advantage of what's here in the borough. Not everyone does that. So that is why we talk about tourism. We want to ensure that everyone understands we are tourism as well, as we tell the story of the Bronx, right? We have to be the author of our story, chapter by chapter by chapter. No one else can tell our story better than us, right? So during the month of June, July, we have all events for the entire summer, including, have to put in a plug, the 2026 Summer Concert Series is returning to Orchard Beach. We are ready to rock and roll as we open the beach season. We are also starting our concert series. Okay, team, are we ready? Who do I have helping me? Where's my team? Councilmember Raleigh, you want to come help me? I love putting my elected officials. Julius? Oh, we have a video? Oh, okay, and then we're going to do the unveiling. Okay, all right, Councilman, you can stay up here. Okay, so do you want me to read the bio or just go to the video? Just let me know, I follow rules. Julius? Okay, great. All right, our first 2026 Walk of Fame inductee is Senior Vice President of A&R and Artist Management at Rock Nation, one of hip-hop's most influential behind-the-scenes figures. Born and raised in the South Bronx, he began his career as a street team promoter before joining Rockefeller Records in 1996, forming a lifelong creative partnership with Jay-Z. Since then, he has played key roles in shaping the careers of major artists, including DJ Khaled, Fab, Meek Mill, Neo, and The Roots, to name a few. Beyond his executive leadership, he's also an acclaimed photographer known as Kodak Lens, documenting hip-hop's evolution for more than 25 years. His iconic portraits, especially those taken on his famed gold couch, serve as a visual archive of modern culture. Today, he continues to guide artists, mentor new artists, rising executives, and truly defines the creative landscape of hip-hop, proudly representing the talent and drive that comes from big Bronx energy. Now we're going to the video? Okay. Oh, so we're going to keep going? Okay. Hold on. Just want to make sure. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our first 2026 Walk of Fame inductee is Lenny Santiago. Lenny S. Lenny S. Lenny S. Lenny S. Hey. And so we asked Lenny to provide us with a quote for today's event, which reads, "The Bronx made me, and the culture it created shaped my life, both personally and professionally. To be honored here by the place that gave me my foundation is something I'm truly forever grateful for." Lenny S., music and culture executive. Round of applause. All right. Hey. Are we ready for the next inductee? Ready for the next one? Make sure. Okay. Our next inductee is one of New York's most respected broadcast journalists, earning multiple Emmys over more than 2 decades at NBC4 New York. She's co-anchor of Today in New York. She has become a trusted morning voice for millions across the region. Her reporting has helped to shape major coverage, including NBC's award-winning reporting on the COVID-19 pandemic, and her acclaimed on-the-ground coverage in the island of Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. Throughout her career, she has been recognized for her commitment to community, storytelling, and public service. She's reported on some of the tri-state area's most defining moments while championing stories of resilience, strength, and humanity. Honored by numerous civic and cultural organizations, she continues to represent the Bronx and the Latina community with distinction, compassion, and Bronx pride. Ladies and gentlemen, our next 2026 Bronx Walk of Fame inductee is Darlene Rodriguez, journalist. Darlene says, "This place is the most beautiful mix of grit, brilliance, chaos, and passion. And if the Bronx raised you, you are well prepared for anything that life throws at you." Darlene P. Rodriguez, journalist. Okay. Everyone having a good time? Say yeah. All right. Okay. Our next inductee was born in the concourse section of the Bronx to Dominican parents and became one of the most influential digital creators of his generation. His rise began with gaming videos that showcased humor, authenticity, and deep connection to community, earning him a dedicated following known as The Troop. Filming many of his breakout moments right here in the Bronx, he gave global audiences a genuine and authentic look at the borough that shaped him. As founder of AMP, he helped push the collective to the forefront of modern online entertainment. His work now spans cultural trends, social influence, and mainstream platforms, all driven by a deep commitment to staying true to his roots. He stands as a model for today's creators, innovative, creative, community-centered, and proudly Bronx-made. All right, are we ready? Okay, our next 2026 Bronx Walk of Fame inductee is República Dominicana. Hey, hey, hey. I love it. I know, you can't take me nowhere. I know. Okay. Our next Walk of Fame inductee is a versatile actor. He's a producer, an award-winning choreographer whose work has helped to shape film, television, and pop culture. He's known for roles in The Express, Stomp the Yard, and Netflix Black Bear, which have earned international recognition, including an AMAA Award nomination. His performance on Showtime's Soul Food also earned him an NAACP Image Award as part of his celebrated ensemble cast. His influence extends to music as well, where he received an MTV Award for choreography in NSYNC's iconic Bye Bye Bye. He continues to engage audiences with major roles on Star's Double Cross and Netflix The Family Business. Long-standing impact and creative versatile make him one of entertainment's most dynamic and enduring talents. Are you ready? All right. Our next 2026 Bronx Walk of Fame inductee is Darren Henson. I personally like soul food too. No, it's fine. So choreographer Darren DeWitt Henson says, I am grateful to the Most High for allowing me, a son of the Bronx, to be acknowledged by those who love and care for our borough. To acknowledge me as someone who is worthy to have their name held up high, it is with this thought that allows my light and the light of the Bronx to be seen in perpetuity. Darren DeWitt Henson, choreographer. And I forgot to read his. All right, and let me go back and read Phantoms, because it's important. Growing up as a Bronx child, the energy of these streets shaped my entire mindset. This honor isn't just for me, it's for every kid in the borough dreaming of something bigger. From the Bronx to the world. Roberto Phantom Escanio. All right, one more round of applause for all of our Bronx Walk of Fame inductees. Thank you, Councilmember Kevin Riley. Thank you, Millicent Matos. And I also want to announce this year's Tourism Award for 2026. Congratulations to this year's inductees. Each tourism recipient represents the heart and soul of our borough. We will unveil our next award, I'll share that in 1 second, along with the recipient of the Key to the Borough. But the Tourism Award, I'm very excited to share, is being given to two amazing cultural institutions that are here with us today, and we are recognizing their longevity, their consistency, and their dedication to culture, arts, and education. And they are equally important this year because they have both been added as the newest members of the Cultural Institutions Group for New York City, which is a very big distinction in the cultural space. They will join institutions like the Wildlife Conservation Society, also known as the Bronx Zoo, the New York Botanical Garden, and Wave Hill, to name a few. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me recognize our 2026 Tourism Award recipients, the Bronx Children's Museum. Thank you, and congratulations, Denise and Takia and the team. And I also want to recognize Pregones Theater. Big deal. We will be celebrating the Bronx Children's Museum and Pregones Theater at our official Bronx Ball on Saturday, May 16th. And we are going to be unveiling our People's Choice Award winner for 2026 in the Culinary Arts Department at our Bronx Week sponsorship event that is happening next week on Tuesday, May 5th. Yes, I got it right. Along with the official recipient of the 2026 Key to the Borough. That's a lot, right? That's a lot. Okay. I want to turn it back over to Summer Rose to close us out. We ready? Okay. Great. And thank you, everyone. Congratulations to all of our inductees. And we will see you at the next event. But most importantly, folks, thank you for being here, and thank you for being Bronx Strong.
South Bronx, the South South Bronx, South Bronx, the South South Bronx, South Bronx, the South South Bronx, South Bronx, the South South Bronx.
Thank you once again for joining us today. The Bronx leads. That is the lesson for today. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and continue to celebrate the Bronx.